Okay, so OK，咁啊，今日咧就而家我就會睇呢個 Equity and Trust Charities Charitable Trust 入面咧呢啲 textbook 嘅 session 嘅。咁我主要咧會just read through the text in the textbook. So I've come across with the session in political purposes, and remember, political purposes cannot will make the trust invaded. So the authority is National and Anti-Representation Society and IRC. So see the case, Lord Simon. Simon sided with approval the argument that the court must assume the law to be correct and therefore could not uphold as charitable any purpose which promotes a change in the law, because it is used to promote a change in the law and just fail. This jurisprudential approach does appear to be little thing. Given the judges contending may take it upon themselves to interpret, to limit the statutes, it is peculiar to see judges so coy in the face of an argument being advanced that legislation might be changed. So, okay. As a general rule of thumb, the court will consider activities as being political if they involve campaigning for the change in the law. So, no change in the law, pursuing a change in the policy, no matter locally or in the local society or in foreign countries. Okay, so there were factual circumstances in which a charitable purpose is advanced for political ends. For some, a charitable purpose to care for the elderly may also serve as a vehicle for Persian central government into changing its policy on the treatment of elderly people. So, but it is good for a charity is to pursue some political campaign, but with the ultimate goal lead to a charitable purpose. This is acceptable. However, there will necessarily be a large range of activities which fall short of such campaigning, which go beyond the pursuit of a charitable objective. For example, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals has as one of its many objectives the goal of changing the law relating to testing on animals. This is something which is ordinarily a void political purpose, but which does not call the charitable status into question because it is only one of the minor objectives. So having a political purpose doesn't necessarily fail a trust. Okay, it depends on the circumstances. If sometimes the purpose is auxiliary purpose attached to the main charitable purpose, it is acceptable. Okay, so you have a strict rules that a statement House of Lords consider the question in National Anti-Revenge Society that whether or not the society's political campaigning for the banning of vivisection would prevent its purpose from being defined as being charitable, or that vivisection would be banned outright. Lord Simon's considered the society's aim to be too political to qualify as a charity on the basis that its aim is to change the legislation is necessarily political. Consequently, the society was found not to be charitable and therefore not exempt from income tax. It is suggested that support creates a strict rule for charitable status. In applying the proposal of Lord Simons, it must be the case that to advance a change in the law, the core aim of the church will be to take it beyond having a charitable purpose. Okay, having a charitable purpose. So you may wish to look at this point. So the question is to use the correct structure for the statement of aims. So in the RCPCA is registered as a charity. Even though it was to stop the vivisection in some context, the reason why it is upheld as being charitable, despite its attempts to stop vivisection, are that the anti-vivisection attitudes it holds are only a part of its activity. So in Bowman and Secular Society, Bowman and Secular Society, Norman held a society with predominant aim was not to change the law in Quebec charitable, even though the campaign for changing legislation was only a subsidiary activity. It's only a subsidiary activity. What do you mean? Lawman said, if you want to change the law, but at the same time, if the predominant aim, if the predominant aim is not to, I just realized that I have to create a new set of laws. If the predominant aim is not to change the law, it is okay, right? It can be charitable, even though its campaign for a change to legislation was only a subsidiary activity. Uh, okay, this one. Very to do this in tone. Arguments for flexibility. If the approach a national anti-recession society as were to be followed to its logical conclusion, it would mean that the housing charities like a shelter will be able to conduct educational research. Let me check. Relief and prevention of poverty. Dingo and Turner. The quantum of paying to Purple Society Trust. Mm, Martha Holmes and Anderson is a man who enabled Junior fall below a modest standard of living. Pay pension. Pay pension to poor employees. Yes, these are going to because be held invaded, so to rely on opium and tobacco and condom. The trust could be charitable if the benefits under it are confined to the decedent of a named individual or company. This is intended further that the poor relation cases were simply an anomaly in the development of this core principle and that the Dingo Trust could be validated by analogy of those cases. The quantum principle was intellectually understood itself, and second, the trust for the relief of body required different tests. So that the meaning of the term public in public benefit test was several difficult. The expression, which was frequently used in previous cases, the contrast of the term public was the term a mere fluctuating body or private individual, by which the court means that if the people who would benefit from the trust purpose would be only a fluctuating body or private individuals, then they could not constitute a sufficiently large section of the public to consider charity. But locals in Dingle Turner point out that logically the public was itself just such a fluctuating body or private individual. That is, the total population may be 16 million private individuals in the UK, but it was still a fluctuating body of private individuals. Therefore, there was a sufficient rendering of the difference between private and public. Mhm. Some will be born, some will die, some will move into the area, and some will move forward. And each of those inhabited is a private citizen, even though collectively they constitute a section of the public. To talk about the fly would be to define a section of the public. Be a private company. People who were to benefit from the trust were bound together by a common factor. That is what. How about the man who goes short? Ladies of limited means like and guardian is guardian? Guardian. Yeah. some form of alleviation. Therefore, choice for the relief of the poverty would have been really trouble for the relief of poverty. I think it's no poverty, which will actually be relief. Prevention of poverty, remember, prevent and relief are different. But relief, you got to be proper enough for prevention. You don't have to be proper enough.